have two of them. One of them sleeping over in the corner, but Miss Lightning is up and moving around. So Lightning is 7 years old, and Mo, our male, is 21 years old. What we're doing right now is we're trying to get her to come down into this bucket. We want all of our animals here at the zoo to have a really positive association with medical treatments and all sorts of things. So what we're trying to do here is give her lots of treats so that she'll want to come down and hang out with us. When she's in this bucket, sometimes we'll do tours. We'll do ultrasounds because they are a breeding pair. So we want to give her lots of treats and make this a super fun experience for her. Right now she is getting some blackberries and some plums. She's also getting strawberries, all sorts of sweet things. She has a sweet tooth just like you and me. Out in the wild though, sloths would eat a lot of browse and leaf products. But here at the zoo we offer them a wide variety of things. They do have a sweet tooth and have a taste for the finer things in life, so they like things like vegetables and fruits, and corn is perfect sloth shape. They hold it great in their little hands. It's fantastic. But Lightning here does not, she's always puts on a good show, I'd say, for sure. She's always changed up the way she comes down this ladder for us.
So Ellen, I've heard that sloths don't come down to the ground very often in the rainforest.
That is very true. So sloths only ever come down from the tree to go to the bathroom, which is normally about once a week. So that's pretty rare. When they're down on the ground, they are very vulnerable to predators and things. So that's one of the reasons you could say they're up there all the time. They do spend most of their time sleeping, as you would imagine. They spend about 15 to 20 hours a day sleeping. So it is their favorite thing to do. When you get a close-up on Miss Lightning there, you can see she has super, super tiny pupils. So she does not have very good eyesight. Her best sense is definitely her sense of smell, which she is using to smell this grape right here. So they don't really have very good eyesight. Normally, they can see about the length of their arms. Besides that, it's kind of blurry. But up in the canopy of the rainforest, they mainly use their sense of smell.
Lightning's being a little picky today. She said no thank you to that banana and no thank you to my grape.
Very picky. Oh, thank you. Do we have any questions?
Well, Cameron wants to know if Lightning is pregnant.
Oh, we hope so, but we don't know anything for sure. So they are a breeding pair, and the goal is definitely to have all sorts of sloth babies. But at this point, we are not sure. We hope so.
Lillian wants to know if they eat bugs.
Do they eat bugs? No, they don't eat any bugs. They eat a lot of leaves. They eat corn. We do give them egg also for added protein, but they do not eat bugs normally.
Liam, age 7, wants to know why they are so slow.
They just have a very, very slow metabolism. It actually takes them about a month to digest their food. And that's also why they go to the bathroom only once a week. So that's their way of camouflaging. They just kind of hang out and slow down. Normally in the canopy of the rainforest, they're a greenish color because they're covered in algae. Here at the zoo, we don't have the humidity or the microorganisms that is necessary for that, so that's why you can see their beautiful hair. But normally it's ooh, what about plum?
A couple people tuned in late and wanted to know what their names are.
Yes, of course. So this is Lightning, the one on the ladder, and then we have our other sloth sleeping in the basket, who's not interested in treats, it seems like, whose name is Mo. So they are two-toed sloths.
What is their lifespan?
So out in the wild, they live to be about 15 to 20 years old, but in zoo settings, they can live in their 30s. I think in a zoo in Berlin, I think I've heard 40, which is pretty crazy. So we're hoping Mo will be around for a really, really long time. And
Are sloths endangered?
So they are on the least concern list. So there's always, concerns. We always want to make sure we are doing great things for our animals, but no, they are not.
Okay. Sarah wants to know how old they are.
So Lightning here, the one moving around, she is 7 years old. And then Mo, our male, is 21 years old. So Lightning is definitely the youngster. You can see she's still very interested in coming down for treats, whereas Mo would like to sleep most of the time.
And they're both full grown. Neither
Yes.
of them are going to get any bigger than this, which is probably good because Lightning is a very big sloth.
She is massive. She's
Do you need to trim their claws?
we do occasionally, but for the most part, they take care of it themselves. We will if they're really long, but this length is actually an appropriate length for them. That's perfect for holding on to branches and things like that.
Shannon wants to know if she has had any babies before.
Not that I'm aware of. Erin, do you know if she has any babies?
If she and Mo end up having a baby, it will be a first for both of them, which would be really great. No pressure, you two.
Yeah.
But it would be really great for us. The population of sloths in American zoos is very closely managed, and we simply don't have enough sloths to do everything we want to do in American zoos right now. So we do hope that they end up having babies. Now I will warn you guys, if they do say hello to each other, sometimes it involves a little bit of hissing and barking. It doesn't look so playful and peaceful. But I promise they do get along very well most of the time. It generally ends in Lightning getting what she wants and Mo having to figure out somewhere else to sleep.
Yes. This is the coveted spot. So their enclosure, they have 3 different trees. One of them has heating, it has misters, it has fans, but this section for some reason has none of that, and they absolutely love that area. It's kind of like a cat. You get them a fancy toy and they want to play in the box.
Sonia wants to know if they stink.
That's a great question. As Erin has said previously, that's a bad question to ask a zookeeper because
We don't think anything stinks.
yeah, we don't think anything smells bad. But I wouldn't say they smell too bad. I'd say just kind of like a musky smell.
When they get wet, so this rainforest that we're in is our education rainforest, and it's filled with live plants, so we actually water it several times a week. When the sloths get a good shower, they smell like a wet dog.
Yeah.
And that's kind of as stinky as they get.
Carolyn has a good question. She said Lightning has 2 fingers on her hands and 3 fingers on her feet. Are all sloths like that?
Well, that is a good question. So she is a 2-toed sloth, so that is why she has 2 on the front. That's what they're named that. But 3-toed sloths, the one that you normally see on shirts and things of that nature, have 3 on the front and 3 on the back. So it depends on the species of sloth.
All right. Well, I have one more question for you.
Sure.
Eden wants to know if their hair is soft or coarse.
It is softer than you would think it is. It's a little bit, it's pretty thick, so it's not like the softest thing ever, but it is fairly soft, I would say. I wish they liked to be cuddled, but they do not, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're not, especially Lightning here, is not a huge fan of being touched. And since we like to sort of respect our animals and their wishes, we don't touch her too much, just if we absolutely had to for medical reasons. Thankfully, Lightning is usually pretty good at cooperating with us. She gets down nice and close to us like she is now, so we can get a good eye on her every day and make sure that all of her parts are working the way that they should. Now, if she decides to climb into this very sophisticated sloth transport vehicle, it actually has a perch inside and it's cushioned. It's actually one of her favorite places to hang out. Oh, and Mo is waking up over there. He's trying to check you guys out too.
Now he wants treats. I wonder if they're gonna go say hello or not. So it looks like Mo here is sniffing the branch. So Lightning was there not that long ago. So they are mammals, so they do scent mark quite a bit. So they're probably checking out each other's smell and seeing what's going on. So we do have this fancy granola bar type thing that we made specifically for the sloths, which Lightning apparently doesn't like. But it is full of vitamins and all sorts of things, especially for Mo as he gets up there in age, we want to make sure that he has all the proper vitamins he needs. And he's tricky just like any animal to get him to take pills. So we're seeing if he likes this. This is actually the first time we're trying this with him. So we'll see what he thinks. And come on, bud, what do you think? He is much more interested in lightning smell, it appears. Worth a try, I think. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. If you come back tomorrow at 3 o'clock, there is another home Zoofari. And just make sure to click the link to register for the free virtual Zoofari. Thanks, guys.